And Mr. Winscott is here. Good evening to you, Mr. Winscott.
Good evening, Vic.
Now, we've got a very special guest, and I'm really quite excited about this. Because last week, you and Out to Grass performed Mole in the Hole, did you not? I am a mole.
To a fashion. It was great fun, wasn't it?
But I'm delighted to say that somebody from the original band, the Southlanders, is on the line, and that's Vernon Nesbeth. Vernon, good evening to you.
Good evening, dear boy.
How are you this evening?
Fine, thank you.
Very good to hear from you. Thank you very much, Dee, for being with me. And before we get on to talking about the song and life with the Southlanders, I've got an email from Derek and Mark here, and they've sent me a picture of you and Wendy, which is a lovely photograph. So I'm indebted to them for that. And there we are.
Right, yes.
Marvellous. Now, thank you very much, Steve, for being with us, and I'm sure you have absolutely no idea why we're talking to you, but... Right. Well, just to explain. Go on, Mr. Scott.
Well, Vernon, we've you've very kindly given us permission to record your famous song, Mole in the Hole, on a little album we're doing for charity. We're doing 5 children's songs from the old family favourites days, and we're really delighted. I mean, it'll never be as good as yours, but we had a lot of fun making it, and it's really, we really enjoyed doing it. So it's going to be. We'll send you a copy as soon as it's out this week. The album.
Please do.
Will do. So what memories do you have of that song? Did you write it yourself?
No, it's an American song.
Oh, is it? What?
We had just signed on to Decca, and Dick Crow, who was then one of Decca's leading A&R men, he called us in our agent's office one day and presented this song to us, played it for us, and we laughed because we thought this isn't for us at all.
So were you working with American record companies in those days?
No, it wasn't. I don't know how. I didn't quite know how Dick Crow got the song, but we know that we are the only recording of it, and it was he gave it to us to do, and we hesitated, but he said, "Do it."
Brilliant.
Well, absolutely fantastic. I was just looking at your website here and about your hit Alone, which in the first fortnight, and this is quite a staggering statistic, both Win and I were sort of reading this, and in the days of 10,000 copies getting you at number 1, it sold 750,000 in a fortnight. That's extraordinary.
We had a letter from our agent had a letter from Decca thanking the boys for selling 750,000 records in the first week.
How old were you at this time, the boys?
That 1957, and 57, I was born 28.
You were born in 28? Wow.
And the band is still going, isn't that right?
Oh, let me stop you there for a moment. It's not a band.
No, all right, all right.
In 2004, I retired to Spain. Not because I wanted to retire from the business, because I love it too much, but A, I was getting old, and B, my wife, her mother, and my son, our son, been onto me to forget it. Plus the fact that liberties began to be taken, where we getting jobs. I'm taking jobs just to pay the members of the group, and the idea then of retiring kind of grabs me.
I mean, I'm saying a band because it says on your official website, Vernon, and far be it from me to take issue with this, but it says today Vernon is the last founder member of the band.
Well, the author of those 9 substitutions for no, you see, our vocal group, people like us, the Take That, and for instance, we sent 4 or 5 lads on X Factors. They're a vocal group.
Yeah.
And the Stones are a band.
Yes, I totally understand what you mean.
And that's why I kind of a cringe when
but you do come
band and so on.
Yeah, you do come from a great tradition of 50s vocal groups, do you not? Yeah. I mean, there were some magnificent groups around. And what do you think about the Take That reunion? I mean, it seems to
I think it's brilliant. It's so difficult to keep a number of people going in a group. It's difficult because people have individual characters. So it's difficult. So whatever the reasons were for the young man to have went on his own, it's lovely to see him get back together, five friends. It's brilliant.
And what do you think about vocal groups now? I mean, obviously, there are sort of lots of different versions of vocal groups, whether we were the doo-wops and all that kind of thing. I mean, what is the most difficult thing about having a vocal group and performing as a group? What's the most difficult thing?
Well, the most difficult thing is having members who are you're able to get on with, who is in it for what the job entails. That means they are there for the job rather than there for what they can get from it. In my case, I was lucky when I formed the group in 1953. I was lucky to get three other members with myself who we all thought alike. We wanted to be performers. We weren't even interested in making records. We were there to perfect the performing aspect of our group.
Do you know them? Were you at school together, or?
Not at all. No. I was the youngest of the fellows. Frank Manor was. I came to England in '49, and soon after I met Frank Manor. Frank Manor is an African. He was a pianist. He was a guitarist. He was a musician. And Edric Connor. I don't know if you heard of or remember. Edric Connor was then one of the leading black performers and lecturers in England, and he became my vocal teacher, and he wanted to make a record which we did make on Argo label. Have you heard of Argo label? Mm-hmm. You probably wouldn't have.
Right.
But we made the record, and after making the record, he suggested that we keep it going. Now, Alan and Harry Wilmot were brothers. Frank knew them. Frank was my friend. I got Frank. Frank got me to get in touch with these two brothers, and they came and decided to be part of the group.
And one of them is Gary Wilmot's dad, wasn't it?
Gary Wilmot's dad, yes.
Well, Vernon,
that was Harry.
It's been great talking. Thank you very much, Dee, for your time. Because I know it's a little late there in Spain at the moment, isn't it?
Well, you see, I have an old habit from being a performer. I don't go to bed before 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. This is early evening for me.
I've got one last question, Vernon, for you.
Yeah, boss.
And that is, which one of you sang "I Am a Mole and I Live in a Hole"?
Gary Wilmot's dad.
Oh, that was
right.
Gary Wilmot's dad, right? Harry,
Okay.
did you say? Yeah.
Harry.
Brilliant. Well, it's been wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much. And we're indebted to you for allowing that record to go on the CD, which we hope will raise a lot of money for charity.
Good luck, my friend, and I hope the record does do well.
Thank you very
Brilliant.
much.
Thank you very much, Vernon, and thank you for staying up, and good night to you.
Good night, my friend.
Good night, Vernon.
Adios.
Adios. Magnificent. Vernon Nesbeth of the Southlanders. How about that?
I was just working it out. Born in 1928, must be now 82 or something, is it?
Well, it's just fantastic.
Gosh, yeah.
Lovely talking to you. And
Fantastic.
you know, I mean, the point is, we grew up on that record, did we not? You know,
We did.
And
wonderful.
To actually talk to one of the people who sang it is just terrific. I tell you what, we're going to get onto archaeology in just a moment, but I think it's worth playing that version. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot. Alan Sugarlight. You can either hear last week's version, or you can hear a recorded version that you've done on sort of mixed for the CD, but not quite finished. Is that right?
Yeah, no, it's all ready. It's all ready to go. Actually, yeah, we're just pressing the CD right now. Actually, I believe. Yeah.
So what do you reckon?
Yeah, go on. Try this. The new version.
The new version.
The studio version.
This is brand new. Never been heard in the world before. I should hope
it's a
not,
bit
because
rough around the edges,
if it
but
had been heard in the world before, I'd be very angry.
Yeah, it was such fun to do. We've all had
Marvellous.
such a good time doing this.
Well, this is Mole in the Hole by Out to Grass, plus a singing archaeologist.
I'm not a bat or a rat or a cat. I'm not a canoe or a kangaroo. I'm not a goose or a moose on the loose. I am a mole and I live in a hole. I'm not a cow or a chow or a sow. I'm not a snake or a hake or a drake. I'm not a flea or a wee chimpanzee. I am a mole and I live in a hole. Yark, yark, quack, quack, fried bowl of roast. You're the slick chick I dig the most. I'm not a ram or a clam or a lamb. I'm not a hog or a frog or a dog. I'm not a bus or a hippopotamus. I am a mole and I live in a hole. Yark, yark, quack, quack, fried bowl of roast. You're the slick chick I dig the most. I'm not a ram or a clam or a lamb. I'm not a hog or a frog or a dog. I'm not a bus or a hippopotamus. I am a mole and I live in a hole. I am a mole and I live in a hole. I am a mole and I live in a hole.
Well, there I was, digging his hole, an hole in the ground.
What are you digging there for?
Well, I'm a mole. I'm digging this hole because that's the sort of thing I do. I dig holes.
You can't dig there, and it's a round one anyway.
Well, that's what I dig, round.